Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to this week's Trend of the Week video, Mud Season in the Ukraine. Now, it's very possible that you weren't alive during the start of World War II and don't remember that one of the big hopes of the Western powers trying to support Poland as the German Panzers rolled into Poland is that you'd get early rains. Instead, we got just nothing but sun-baked territory, and the tanks just rolled through. Mud season, for those of us who who've any experience with New England, know it's that time of year when mud becomes sticky, and in New England it's a nuisance. You have a mud room to take your shoes off. If you're talking about fighting a war in the Ukraine, mud season is when all of your vehicles are road-bound and nobody can get off the roads because there's just too much mud and everything gets stuck. Supporting your troops gets really, really hard. And basically, lines tend to get set into place, and then in the winter they get frozen into place. So that's what we're really looking for. Sometime in the next month or so in the Ukraine, we'll start to see the fighting may not get much less vicious, but it's not going to produce big territorial shifts. And that means that the war is going to look like no progress on the battlefront, but no water and no electricity, because the Russians will keep lobbing bombs and missiles into Ukraine, destroying Ukrainian infrastructure. And the question is how the Ukrainians are going to just sit there and take it, what they're going to do in response. They recently demonstrated that they could destroy, attack Russian ships, Russian military vessels in the Black Sea, launched an attack on one Russian warship. They've already sunk the leader of the Russian fleet, and they launched an attack on the new flagship. Russians have responded by by sort of saying, "Hey, we're not going to renew the grain deal, which expires on November 19th anyway." So you're seeing a huge amount of uncertainty about what's going to happen with grain shipments, and grain prices are going up. And if you look at the two ETFs that I bought to try to hedge portfolios, make some money on this uncertainty, one is you can look at an ETF that trades under the ticker of WEAT, Teucrium Wheat Fund, and you notice that it's been down until right around here, which is the 28th of October. And then recent days, it's been going up. This is on the news that the Russians weren't going to renew the grain deal, which means not that they're going to blockade them, but before the Russians were saying, hey, if you went through a certain channel, we were going to sort of guarantee your safety. And it means a lot to insurance companies to have that guarantee withdrawn, because now it's like, okay, we don't know what's going to happen. Are we willing to insure a grain ship moving from the Ukrainian Black Sea ports out into the Black Sea? Lloyd's, one of the big insurance companies, has called a special meeting to talk about maybe not. So that's one. The second one is Teucrium, only corn this time, and that's ticker is CORN. Ukraine is a big exporter of both wheat and corn. You see this one's also started to move up. I think that as mud season goes along and the fighting gets less conclusive, and both sides look for advantages of one sort or another, these are two ETFs that you can use to hedge the uncertainty in this market, and maybe make a little money out of what's going on in grain prices in a market where the war is still out there, not going away, not necessarily getting any less violent, but going into a kind of winter hibernation as mud bogs everything down. So thanks for watching. It's been Jim Jubak. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. That way you get notification when we do the next one. We're doing about 3 a week, not always on the same day. If you want more of my stuff, including portfolios for dividends and long-term and shorter-term stocks, go to my free site. That's jubakpicks.com. If you want more, 6 portfolios, including some portfolios that play options and ETFs, which includes these two ETFs. Go to my paid site. That's jubakam.com. And thanks very much for watching. See you next week.